Hey y'all, it's your girl Charity B, and welcome to the I'm Enough Mastering Self-Love podcast. This podcast was designed for both men and women who are in the process or wanting to start their self-love journey. Here we discuss many topics related to self-love that promotes healthy habits that will help support your mental and emotional health, boost self-confidence, and self-worth. So get ready. This is something you don't want to miss. If you like what you hear in this episode, feel free to DM me and leave comments on my Instagram page at iam.enoughmsl. The podcast is also available on YouTube. The link will be in my description box as well as on my Instagram page. Hey y'all, welcome back to the I'm Enough Mastering Self-Love podcast. It's your girl Charity B. As usual, I hope you guys are doing great out there. It has been a couple of months. It feels like it's been years. Well, it feels like years to me. I don't know. I miss you guys. I miss podcasting and everything. So yeah, it's been a couple months. So I guess we can just start with what's been going on with me. Well, for those who do follow my Instagram page, my podcast Instagram page, you know that I took a couple months off from podcasting because I started going back to school. So, yeah, I graduated with my bachelor's in 2020. Originally, I was supposed to go for nursing, and life happened, some family stuff happened, and yeah, I just was like, let me just get my degree, and then I can always go back to nursing school like a year later, and a year turned to 3 years, but it doesn't matter, we here. So I was like, yeah, I don't know, it's me season, I need to start doing something that makes me happy and get out of these four walls because I work from home. So I was like, this is the perfect time for me to start because I just can't take it anymore. And yeah, I just started back going to school to pursue my nursing career to get my license. Yay, cue ball. So yeah, that's all that's been going on with me. I don't know if you could tell, but I'm extremely happy. I'm happy, of course, to get back to you guys, but I've just been happy. I've been focusing on myself and doing stuff for myself that makes me happy. So, and yeah, I've been doing good. I also took a 2-week vacation from work. I started back yesterday. What's today? I'm recording on Tuesday, the week before the last week of May. So yeah, I had took a 2-week vacation off, girl. The best time. I had the best time of my life away from work, of course. Who's not gonna be happy from work? But yeah, my 2 weeks, me and my boyfriend took a little vacation to Vegas. We had been before, but so this time was more so like relaxation time for us. So we had a little spa day and we ate a lot. We walked and just enjoyed each other's company away from, Houston. So yeah, I had a great time. And then the rest of the week, it was just more so, I don't know. I've been preparing for my state exam for my CNA course because I did take a CNA course. Just to get myself in the field because nowadays you can't really work in the health field, like in a hospital or health field without some type of certification. So I was like, let me just get something under my belt. And I'm really glad I took that course. I met some amazing young ladies and my professor was amazing. And yeah, I could see a friendship like starting to grow with those group of ladies. It was like 7 or 8 of us. It was a small class, but it was like an accelerated course. So it was really fun, and yeah, I'm glad I took that course. So yeah, that's all that's really just been going on with me. I do have some things in the works. We can talk about that later down the line when it's closer to things happening for real. So yeah, that's pretty much it as far as me. I hope that you guys are doing well and continue to do well, even though I wasn't podcasting, but I hope that you was still listen to the episodes and getting your words of wisdom. If it wasn't from me, from somebody else, I hope that you all are doing great. Also, I would like to thank the people who do reach out to me. I love when y'all do that. Y'all stories touch my soul, and I'm glad to see that you are taking that step for yourself to learn how to really love yourself. And be your authentic self. Of course, I love those things. So keep reaching out. Also, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on your post notifications, as well as follow my podcast Instagram page at iam.enoughmsl. Okay? So we can go ahead and get into what we're going to be discussing today. I got my little iPad because, I'm a little forgetful, but just to keep me on tax. So this is episode number 16, and it is going to be about it hits different when you choose yourself. Let's say it again. It hits different when you choose yourself. Gotta sip some tea for that one. Yeah. Now that's facts. Okay. So you're like, why are we talking about this? Well, I don't know about for y'all, but even when 2023 had started, 2023, I thought I said too many 20s. But when this year started, I felt like a lot of people were like, it's me season. And I could really feel how much of me season it was. Like, even if it wasn't for nobody else, for me, it felt like me season. Like, it was time for me to start doing stuff that made me happy and promoted growth in my life. Because, I don't know. It just felt like really everything was stagnant. Everything was the same. You was getting the same results and just unhappy with how things were. For me, my issue was work, and I need to get out of that. That is why I started going back to school, because I was like, this is not giving anymore. So it was definitely giving me season. And I see a lot of people saying that, and I hope they still on that same it's me season journey, because you got to do things that make you happy, things that promote growth and prosperity in your life. And it's time for us to level up. I feel like we've been getting comfortable with how things are, but in reality, it's really, we starting to get depressed and sad because this is not where we're supposed to stop. We are done with being on this same level we have been on, and it's time for us to move forward. That is why we feel unhappy and we don't feel whole, and we feeling real sad and depressed, because we're looking at the same things that we don't need to look at no more. This is the level we should have been on like a long time ago, but it's time for us to move. It's time for us to grow. It was like when a baby is in their mother's, inside the sack or whatever. If it doesn't grow and it feels like it's tight, the baby get agitated. It's not working. It's no room to grow. So it's time for us to grow as well. So that is one reason why I wanted to talk about it's choosing yourself, because in order to level up and do those things, you have to know how and when you should choose yourself over everything else. And I also think you can't wholeheartedly practice self-love if you really don't know how and when to choose yourself. And we're going to talk a little bit more, what does that mean and why we need to do that and how we can do that. So that's the next thing I want to talk about. What does it mean to choose yourself? When you choose yourself, you focus on your own happiness and work towards meeting obtaining those things and or people that add positivity to your life. You make it a priority to keep yourself happy. And when things don't align with your expectations, you're going to clear your mental and your physical spaces of those things that don't add positivity to you without hesitation. So it's more so, when the time is needed, you remove people no matter how much you care and love for them, and remove those things, your job and all that, no matter how long you've been there, you remove them because they no longer add value to you. And it's more so, like I said, you feel contained, you feel like you're in a tight space, you don't feel like there's no growth. And as humans, we, even outside of the mother's womb, you have to grow as a person. If you don't grow, like I would say, you're going to wither up and die, because there is no room for growth. And we can't have that. We have to continue to grow. It's also important because it allows you to accept and love your life and make the most of it. You also begin to love the person you spend 24/7 with, yourself. You start to really love yourself and understand what it really means to love yourself organically. And when you choose yourself, you can finally own your truth, step in your own power, and rise to become comfortable with being your most authentic self. This is why it's important to choose yourself. Okay, so before we get into the content of why or how can we start choosing ourselves if we don't really know how to, or even we're going to discuss also some things that we currently do, some of us do, that does not allow us to know how to choose ourselves and stay on our aligned path of greatness. Okay, so before we do that, there are like 5 or 6 questions that I would like you to take a mental note or at least write down, because it's going to let you know like where you're at you're going to be able to answer this either throughout the episode, or while at the end of the episode, you're going to be able to answer these questions for yourself. Because if this is something you really want to do and you're really all about me season, and you're ready to grow, you're going to take it serious and you're going to answer these questions for yourself so that you can start moving forward and, leveling up. Okay. So the first question that I want you to write down or take a mental note of is, in your current situation, do you feel like things could be better? As far as, are you happy with your life? It could be with your work, your occupation, relationship, your intimate relationships, your friendships, family relationships, any kind of ships that you don't know about ships, but you're in a situation ship. So any kind of ship. Are you currently content or happy with how things are as far as that? The next question is, what are your needs and wants that make you feel whole? Not so more of materialistic things. What do you think you need that adds value to your mental, your physical, emotional health that will make you feel whole as a person? What will make you feel like, okay, this is the life, this is it? I mean, yeah, we all can save money, but outside of that, what things now, since we ain't got that much money, most of us don't have that much money, what can we do, and what positive things can we surround ourselves with in order to make us feel like we living the best life, we making the most out of life? Okay. The next question is, are you fulfilling those needs and wants that you just wrote down? If not, what can you do to fulfill them? The next, I think this is question number 5 or 6, is how can you commit to maintain fulfilling your needs and wants that you just listed? And finally, how bad are you yearning for the need to feel whole and complete with yourself? Okay, so make a mental note. I don't know, write it down. Okay. So now that you have made a mental note, or you have at least wrote those questions down, we can go ahead and get into today's content on how we can start choosing ourselves. Okay, I always say this when it comes to anything. When you're ready to turn a new leaf over, or you're ready to do something different with your life, and you're ready to step into your own, your own journey, I always say you should ask yourself this, because you never want to take a step too early when you're not ready. So I think you need to determine if you're ready to commit to do whatever it takes to really, choose yourself or make yourself feel whole or happy. Are you really ready to chase after eternal happiness for your life? Are you ready to live your life how you want to? Because sometimes you can be like, yeah, we're really ready to be tired, but are we really ready to put in work? Because getting the best out of life requires you to put some work in. And it gets hard. And there's time when you get frustrated, you don't want to do it again. But are you really ready to be like, okay, I'm strong enough to be like, if it gets tough, I'm gonna stick it out, because it's something I really need and want for myself. Not even just want, do you need it? How bad do you need to make that difference in your life? You need to determine if you're ready for that, if you're ready to commit. It's like a relationship. You can't get in a relationship like, oh, tomorrow I don't want to be. Well, you can. Well, like sort of like marriage. It's kind of hard to get out of marriage. You got to go through the whole divorce process. So you really need to know what you're doing before you sign that, or even a contract. You got to be like, do I really want this thing? Or I really want this car? If I really want to sign this contract, I can't get this car back, So it's like things like that. Are you really, you got to be determined, because once you're in it and you sign that contract with yourself, you cannot get out of it. Oh, you really shouldn't. Okay? Because when you break that promise or that contract with yourself, it's like, how can you really just be content with the fact that you can make the right decisions with yourself or for your life? And it can come to a point where you start questioning if you make the right decisions for your life, and you question everything, and you don't want to live like that. So if you're deciding like, okay, I want to do this, I'm going to make this step, make sure this is something that you really, really want to do. Okay. So once you have determined if you are really ready to do this thing, you can now assess your needs and wants. What makes you happy? What do you want out of this life? What do you want in a family? What do you want for your current family if you have already started your own family? Or, even what do you want in a significant other, a long-term partner? If for those who want to get married, what do you want? What is your ideal husband? What attributes do you want your husband or your wife to have? Or even if you don't want to get married, what do you want in a long-term partner? Things like that. You're going to assess the things that bring value to your life. What do you want? So now that you have wrote that down and you figured out what make you happy and what you want in life and what you need to bring the most value to your life, you probably thinking like, okay, well, how can I, meet these things I want in my life? Okay. Well, the first thing I would say is do an inventory check. It's no way you can proceed to the next check when you're carrying a whole bunch of baggage on your back. Like, you can't bring all that baggage forward. That's just not gonna work. You're gonna have to like remove all the bad baggage so you can add more positive things and carry that on along the way. Okay, you gotta release that load, that unnecessary baggage. We don't need that anymore. So we need to remove all the things and people out of our life that don't add value. And I know sometimes it's hard because as people, we have feelings, we have emotions, and we care about people, and we don't want to let those things go. But listen, I yearn for eternal happiness. And sometimes we put ourselves in positions for temporary happiness. And the temporary happiness don't even last that long. I don't want nothing that's going to be probably gone the next couple of hours or let alone tomorrow. Like, I don't want that. So you have to be mindful. Just because you love somebody does not mean that y'all supposed to stay together or they supposed to stay in your life forever. Like, that doesn't mean that, okay? People come in your life. It's like seasons change, people change, your feelings for people change, and you have to be okay with the fact that things change and that you're not supposed to be with people. Yeah, heartbreak hurt. We talked about that. Heartbreak hurt real bad. But I'm the type of person, I'd rather let the relationship go rather than keep trying to do something that's not going to work. Because overall, I'm more stressed out, and it shows when you're stressed. Stress really does affect your body. Like, you look older than what you are. Your hair probably falling out. Your weight gaining. You gaining weight or losing too much weight. It ain't a good look. And it messes with your mental. You start getting depressed. You get sad, and then you just confused, and it's a lot going on. And I just rather savor some sort of relationship with somebody, because just because you end things with people don't mean y'all can't be friends. It doesn't mean that there's actually bad blood or anything. It's just like, it's okay. You can savor some type of friendship, and I'd rather savor that than keep stressing myself out, because like I said, you just probably ain't meant to just be together, and that's okay. And I know it'd be hard sometimes because some people are really good people, and it's like I really see some type of value of you being in my life, but it necessarily doesn't have to be as far as being my significant other. It could be my friend. Sometimes people be trying to make it work because they're just not seeing eye to eye, and they just have to learn some type of communication skills or other things. That's different. If y'all see what the issue is and y'all can fix it, then yeah. But if it's just not, y'all just keep bumping heads, and it's like no positivity out of that, I say let it go and come back later when y'all both are able, because sometimes you have to grow by yourself to be able to know what to do in certain situations together. So that's what I say. And also, don't let time make you settle, because people think that, oh, I've been with this person for years, I put so much time, effort, and energy into this person, and I have to make it work. No, I'm here to tell you no, because it's not working. Clearly, if you keep having like the same issues or having more issues than you need, it's starting to become toxic. Like, no, I don't need you that much in my life. Don't let time make you settle. There's other things out there. You probably have claimed that because it is time and energy you can't get back, but why not stop it right there, since you know that you've already wasted so much time that you can't get back? But you can definitely make the most of the time moving forward. Like, you can make up for that time that you've lost and do something productive and do things that are valuable and add some type of happiness to your life. It's just like, why keep suffering? And then when you really have no more left in you and you finally give up, it's gonna be too late. And it's like you have no time to do nothing else, or you get kind of situations you can't remove yourself from, like, having kids with somebody. That's, I don't know, like, this generation, everybody just popping out babies like this and that, and it's just like, I don't know, I can't have no baby with anybody. Just to know that I have to risk my life on that table to bring another life into this world, I just can't do it with any and everybody, okay? So people don't like to use protection. But hey, even if you don't like to use protection, please be safe, because it's like you can't have a baby with everybody. Every woman, just because you like them in a moment don't mean that they're an eternal partner or they're just good for you or your child. Because if I have a child with somebody, I would want to know that they would be the best, just not, even if we not together, they're the best father to my child or to our child. So it's best to remove yourself before you get tangled into something where you can't remove yourself at any given time, because even if you can remove yourself from, your baby daddy or your baby mama, you still have you have a child that's an 18-year tie that you have to be around this person. I don't know, I'm just not laying down and giving, nah. And sometimes things happen, you be young, I get that. But if I'm old enough and I can think enough and I'm grown enough to know that, nah, I'm not going to lay down with Jim knowing that Jim ain't nothing and he do any and everything. Like, yeah, no, that's just not me. And I hope that's not you either. So, yeah, again, don't let time let you settle. Even like I said on the baby mama and the baby daddy relationships, because like when you do have kids, some people think, oh, okay, I have to stay with this person because we got a child together. You really don't. And you don't. There's nothing wrong with co-parenting at all. I don't see nothing wrong with that. And I wouldn't want my child to grow up in a toxic household, and you shouldn't want to let your child grow up in a toxic household, because I don't know, me not personally, but I see it in other people. As a grown-up, when you see things as a child that go into your household, or your parent has done something to you that they don't know how detrimental it was, but it did have an impact on you. How childhood trauma has affected or can affect a child into their adulthood and how it affects their relationship. You have probably seen it. People who be insecure, stuff like that, or have abandonment issues, it stems from stuff like back then as a child. And if like childhood trauma is hard to get over versus like heartbreak from an actual person. They probably can have the same effect. But I feel like when you deal with stuff as a child and you don't have them conversations with your parents or whoever was your guardian that you got this childhood trauma from, it's hard to let go of that baggage. I feel like that's the hardest baggage to let go. And I don't know why. I think I should do more research but I get it. Because it's like that's when you were the most purest. You didn't know much. You probably didn't know anything. You were here are brought to this world for somebody to guide you and mold you the right way. So just to put that trauma on you, I can see how it lasts all the way into adulthood, and it's something hard to shake. But that goes to say, like, don't try to make nothing work with your baby mama, baby dad, just because y'all got a child together, because you have to remember you set an example for your child. And just because you think that, oh, they too young, they don't know, it don't matter. It doesn't matter. It does affect them. Even like your toddlers, kids are like sponges, okay? They soak up everything. The moment that they're ready to able to talk and walk and all that, they're able to pick up a lot of things that you don't think they can. And they feel your energy and everything. All that energy rubs off on your child. So if you are sad or depressed and all that, and you holding your child and you run your child, all that rub off on them. And as you know, generational curses are real. Just because they're babies and stuff, you set in stone the examples and what curses they're going to have later on down the line. And a lot of us don't know. It's some things that our ancestors had did back then that we are suffering for right now. So it's very real to watch what you put in the atmosphere or watch what you do, because those things gonna follow you. And I would hate, I don't know, me personally, I would hate for things that I did to follow my kids on down the line and their children's children. Like, I don't know, when I leave, I want to know that I left a legacy that would produce nothing but prosperity and happiness and wholeness for my family and their future generations. So you do have to be mindful for that. That's another reason, you need to learn how to choose yourself. And if you can't do it for yourself, do it for your kids. Don't stay with nobody who misuse you and abuse you and all of that. You have to realize, for better and worse, doesn't mean that you allow somebody to do any and everything to you. That means when times get hard, funds is low, y'all probably not seeing eye to eye on certain things, but if somebody don't value or respect you, or respect your decisions or how you move, or respect who you are as a person, or love you for who you are, and don't try to change you, them type of things, you gotta go. Toxic behavior or toxic situations, that's not for better or for worse. You verbally or mentally or physically abusing me and calling me on my name, that's not for better or worse. I'm not sticking that out, because you don't deserve that as a person. You deserve to be loved and treated right until you show somebody otherwise that you don't deserve their respect. So don't let those type of situations think that you have to stay. Now, outside of just intimate relationships, it also is for, friendships or families. Learn how to keep your boundaries. Don't let people step over your boundaries because they know you. Like, no, you don't know me, because I'm about to leave because you keep playing and thinking that you can play with me. No, I'm about to up and dip. That's not how that works. And believe people for who they truly are when they show you. Intimate relationships, friendships, all that kind of ships, any ship you in. If somebody show you something that you're not okay with and it doesn't align with your expectations, believe them for who they are. And I get sometimes some people, after people cheat, they take them back and give them another try. Sometimes it works out in their favor. The person never really doesn't do it again because it was a mistake. Sip tea. I'm really sipping my tea. Yeah. So they say. I get that. But if somebody do it again and again, and they're a habitual cheater, that's who they really are. Or not even just that. They don't know how to control their emotions and they take it out on you. Or they not even, like I said, physical abuse is not the only abuse. They verbally abuse you, call you out your name, and when they get alcohol or drugs in their system, they start acting a little different and they become crazy. That's who they truly are. Just because they sweet and all this and nice and all this outside of, those things, when they show you who they truly are, the person is going to show you who they are eventually. It may be flowers and rainbows and Skittles right now, and then later it's straight hell. And you like, well, what the hell? I didn't know that this person was like this. Well, this is who they truly are, and they're finally showing you who they are before it's too late. Do not put that on the back burner. Please do not put that on the back burner. Please realize the red flags while you can, because it's nothing like getting yourself caught into something and it's hard for you to get out, and you're trying to find help, and then next time you look around, you on your last leg, and whether it's physically, emotionally, or whatever, because you have to let them go. Let that thing go. Let it go. Remove yourself while you can. Okay? I also think that we need to be okay with failure. Failure at anything. Failure at relationships, failure at work, failure at life. It ain't supposed to be a straight and narrow path. If to really get to success, like I said, it's gonna be frustrating. That's just how life is. Things happen, and you have to have a strong mental to know that it's gonna be okay. We just gotta keep trying, and we're gonna get where we want to be. And it's it takes hard work and dedication. Everything takes hard work and dedication to get the great things, unfortunately. And we always question why, because why do I have to do all of these trials and tribulations to get where I want? But that's just how life is. So you have to be okay with failing. And the trials and tribulations make us who we are, If we don't go through nothing, they'll never put no hair on our chest for be stronger for what we really are and what we really deserve, And it's God is never going to give you something he know you're not ready for. So if you ain't fought for nothing, what's the use to give you something so easy and you're unprepared? Because it could be something so great and the level you on is not able to handle that great thing, and you can easily fumble what is meant for you because you wasn't ready. And I don't know about y'all, but for me, I want to be prepared, and I'm willing to do whatever it takes for me to be able to receive it in my hands, what I deserve. So be determined to get what you want, and really get what you want. Be determined to do all the hard work, all the handiwork, everything you need to do to get where you want. Yes, you're gonna get frustrated. Yes, you want to give up. It's okay to take a break. Taking a break is not giving up. And I think the more that people realize that, we're going to be okay. But there's nothing wrong with taking a break, taking a step back, because as a human, you need a break. You can't just be work, and then expect for me to go like an ever ready battery. I'm just not gonna do it. I'm gonna crash at some point. So it's okay to fail, and it's okay to take a break, and it's okay to get frustrated, but use that failure that has happened in your life, whether it's with a relationship and stuff, use that to motivate you to want to do better. You got to use what you've been through and all of that to motivate you to want to do your best. Okay. And back to the non-relationships period. We got to stop letting people come back. Once we have realized that this is not it. I feel like some people have some really good hearts, but if we continue to let people get multiple tries after tries after tries, it starts to affect you. Obviously, they're draining you because they see something good in you. But do you look at that person and be like, there's something that they have that adds value to me, that make me grow as a person? And not just intimate relations help with growth, friendships and stuff. If you can't be there for me when I'm down or when I need somebody to lift me up and support me as a person, you don't even be my friend. You don't even be an associate. Some people just not meant to be associates. Yeah, you see something in me. That's why you keep coming and apologizing to me. Yeah, it's okay for people to keep coming back. Friends, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever friend you was or whatever, you can't keep coming back and think that, oh, okay, just because you apologize, we can just get over it. Like, no. Some people just meant to be left in the dust, okay? And also, because I know how loyalty is big in a lot of people's lives, and I get that. It's okay to be loyal, but you can't take everybody on the ride with you, okay? Not everybody meant to be on the same journey as you. That doesn't mean you have to completely erase somebody from your life. It just means that, like, bro, we just not on the same type of time. Your mental not where I'm at. I'm not content with being where I'm at. Some people comfortable where they at. They okay where they at. They okay on that level. That's their level. But your level is the next level, or 2 levels up. And some people just not ready for that. They're not ready to do that. And sometimes you have to surround yourself with other people who are ready for that. That is, like I said, doesn't mean you have to wholeheartedly cut them out of your circle. It's just that you have 3 different circles now. You have your business circle and you have your friend circle. You want to chill and hang out, that's cool, but that's not what all I'm about. I'm doing stuff that promotes growth in my life. Because if you continue to hang back and try to like get them to be where you at, you're gonna keep being more sad. Like I said, you're gonna feel stuck. You're gonna feel agitated because you still closed in the same little space, and it's time for you to grow. You're getting bigger and you don't have enough room to do what you want to do. And it's like, okay, well, when are you gonna be like, I gotta put my foot down and be about me? Like, we have to be okay with being selfish. There is nothing wrong with being selfish. Okay, it's just sometimes when you be selfish at the cost of people who are really valuable, or things that's really valuable, and you just doing any and everything. But if you're being selfish for a good reason, because you're trying to be better for yourself, because you want better for yourself and your family or your future family, you need to do that. And if anybody don't understand that, or reasons why you're doing that, if you explain that to them why you're doing that, then they don't need to be around you. They don't really want the best for you. They are being selfish because they want you to stay on the same level as them and stay on the same low path and be comfortable with settling for the regular. And you're not meant for the regular. You want the big. Go big or go home. And it's like, if they don't understand that, they gotta go. And a lot of times people don't want to see you grow because they can't grow themselves, or they can't figure it out themselves, and they get jealous and all that. Well, you gotta go. I ain't never had that issue, but I know a lot of people will be saying that, you know, they level up, they pay a car for, they do this, and they start making money, and people start like getting jealous. Well, I didn't have this and this and that. Okay, well, they didn't have this and that. They got off they behind and worked and got something for themselves, put their name on something so that they can be where they need to be. And you need to do the same thing for those out there who are haters or whatever and be jealous of their friends or significant others, because that ain't right. If you really did love them, you will understand that. You will be mature enough to understand, okay, I get it. Now, either I get left behind or I jump in my mind and be like, okay, I need to get on that train because they're going somewhere and they're headed in the direction that I want to head in, and I can't keep staying here. So I'm gonna follow them because I know that they on the right path. Okay, so instead of being a hater, get up, think about it, and hop on that train too before you get left behind. Okay, I think another reason we end up staying or being content with the temporary happiness and all that is because we are probably somebody who depended on somebody else financially or for materialistic things. One thing I'm gonna say to you: grow up, get up off your butt, and grow up. Things, it ain't nothing wrong with somebody helping you out, because I know it's hard out here, especially with inflation. But if you totally dependent on somebody, significant other, or whatever, whoever you with, for them to do everything for you, you need to get up off your behind and make something for yourself. Because it's nothing like having to depend on somebody and they think they can do any and everything to you as they please, because they are financially or giving you these materialistic things and they supporting you in a way you can't support yourself. Your significant other is supposed to add value to you. So you should have something already, a little something at least. But don't let nobody ever get the upper hand on you where you totally dependent on them and you can't seem to find your way out of a situation. No, that's not okay. You can't sit here and talk to me any type of way because I have something under my belt and I'm able to leave you and still have a job and be able to afford these things. So it's just like, bro, get off your behind and really make something for yourself. Just do something. It ain't nothing like you just here. That's depressing. You're going to get depressed. You're going to be sad. You're going to stress yourself out because it's like, why is this person treating me like that? And they're not supposed to. Even if you are somebody who is dependent on somebody and that's just y'all's situation and it's understood, that's totally fine. Like, that has nothing to do with that. And you still get the same respect because y'all agree to that. But some situations where people don't agree with that and the person say they okay with that and then you totally depend on them, now they treating you like you dirt under their shoe. Like, that's not okay. You need to be able to bring something to that relationship as well, or leave that person, because I would leave you if you said that you was okay with it. But I'm never gonna be that type of person. I've always been independent. You just add some value to me. But if you are in that situation, you don't know no better. Like, no, you don't deserve to be talked to like a dog or cussed out and everything. Like I said, no matter if you got kids together, leave. Because some people aren't old enough or mature enough to know that, okay, this is how it works. We're supposed to give it to each other. You give it to me, I give it to you. Whether it's financially, just because you have the financial upper hand right now, don't forget, you was low at one point too. So, and you didn't like when people talk down on you, or nobody did that to you and they gave you a helping hand. So don't treat other people like that. But if you are the person getting the backlash or, being mistreated, you have to be able to get off your behind, stop feeling sorry for yourself. And when somebody helps you, really, if you really want to get out that situation, accept the help and get off your behind and go get a job that actually gives you, some money, to where you can be like, okay, well, you can no longer talk to me like that because I'm able to, stand on my own 2 feet. And another thing, this is a big one for me. I stand on that. Stop praising people for things they're supposed to do. Okay? We care about people and we end up praying them for little bitty things. I'm supposed to get respect. Okay? I'm supposed to feel valid, feel loved, protected, feel needed. I shouldn't have to, just because every blue moon you show me some respect. Oh, he did this, or she did that. No. I'm supposed to get those things as a human being. Outside of the relationship, I'm supposed to feel like that. So I'm not praising you for doing that, Now, sometimes the small gestures and stuff like that, okay, that's really nice and sweet. But things you're supposed to get as a human being, stop praising people for those things. They don't really care about you for giving you something that you're supposed to have. So stop praising them for that. Okay? If we stop praising people for things we're supposed to do, it'll be more easier to get out them unstuck situations and go on to do something better for ourselves. We get so caught up in things that they're supposed to do and not cheat and all this. Like, I'm not praising you for that. You're supposed to do those things if you want to be in a committed relationship with me or really love me how you say you love me. That's not love because you're showing me things that I'm supposed to get. So stop praising people for things they're supposed to do. Once you have analyzed all of this and figured out that these are the situations that you're currently in, you're removing yourself. These are things that you need to remove yourself from. These are situations that you don't need to be in. These things do not help you choose yourself. They actually help you choose somebody else. Okay? And there's nothing like being in situations where you feel like you choosing somebody else for them to be happy because you want them to be happy and not be mad at you. Forget that. People gonna be mad. Life goes on, okay? And then at the end of the day, you're the person that you spend 24/7 with, and you need to understand your worth. If you don't understand your worth, it's easy to fall like victim to letting somebody else mistreat you or let them have the upper hand to where they feel like they're more happier than you are. And you don't want to be in that type of situation. Overall, you don't want to be in that type of situation. It's just not, it ain't worth it. It ain't worth your happiness. You're going to be like, well, why am I here if I'm here to make everybody else happy? So you need to understand your worth. You need to realize that your happiness is like $1 million pearl. It's something that can't be bought. And you need to understand that you are the whole cake and then some. And anybody would be lucky to have you in their life, especially if you have a bum personality, you where you need to be, or you least if you're not where you need to be, you have some type of value to yourself. You work hard, you get a good paying job, or you pay your bills on time. You got some value to yourself, okay? So know that even if you're not where you want to be, you have some value to yourself. You trying to make it, you trying to get there. Everybody has some value to themselves. Even if you feel like you don't have value, you have value, okay? Everybody deserves to be respected and treated right and to have that eternal happiness regardless of their situation, you know? Now, if you're a bad person, I pray for you. But for us great people out there, just realize, like, bro, I bring something to the table, and I deserve to be happy. I deserve to feel loved. I deserve to feel whole and complete. It is not even what other people think about us. It's like, stop worrying about what other people think about you. It's what you think about yourself. Because your mind, the mind is a crazy place. And if you let your mind overrule you and you just let your thoughts run, it's easy to sulk and get into a bad place. So if you don't think any better of yourself, or you don't think the high most of yourself, it's easy to fall victim to these parasites to let us use us and abuse us, and it's hard for us to commit to do things that we want to do and make the most out of our life. So stop doing these things that don't allow you to choose yourself. Stop being around people that don't allow you to choose yourself. Stop working in a place that make you feel like you're not happy. It's not contributing to your happiness. And it's easier said than done because, you know, we need the money. But, like, it's come to a point, like I said, for me, like, I'm like, bro, I can't do this no more. Like, I can't continue to be at a job that I don't like. I hate. I literally hate it. That's a strong word. But I hate it. Like, it's just giving me income, but I'm upset and I'm sad all the time. Well, not no more because I don't care no more. And I've been doing the bare minimum, but I'm really doing the bare minimum. I don't care anymore. So, but it's just like, why you gotta be somewhere where you feel like that when it's like, bro, why don't you go somewhere where you feel whole and complete and you feel like you're getting something out of it. You're not gonna be happy at every job you go to, but I want to mostly be happy because I spend majority of my time here. You know, majority of my week belongs to me getting money. So find something that you like to do. If it's not working, because I don't want to work for the white man, no offense to my Caucasian, but I don't want to work for them for the rest of my life. I want more for myself. I want to be able to have my own business. Y'all get what I'm saying? Like, I want more for myself. I want it to do better. I just want more. I don't know. And if you really want it, you're going to chase after it. You're going to get to a point where, like, this is not okay. I'm tired of the annihilator. I want the lollipop. Like, for y'all who do know, like, I always say, like, bro, it's easy to obtain the annihilator because you can have it now or later. You know, it's right here. But that lollipop, your favorite flavor, the watermelon, blow pop, girl, you got to go after that one. You got to chase it. You really got to reach for it. And I told my best friend this, like, bro, get an annihilator, get a bag of annihilators for those. I don't know, sugar, because I don't eat sugar like that. And get the sugar-free one. I don't know. But I told her to get a bag of annihilators and put that one favorite lollipop on your vision board. And look at it every day. And you like, one day you're going to get tired of eating them annihilators because they're going to make your stomach hurt. And you're going to realize, like, bro, I need to go after this lollipop because that's what I want. And I said, don't eat it. don't eat it. You can't eat another one on the side either, because if you cheat and eat another one on the side, you're not going to want to go get that one. So put it on your vision board and see it right next to one of your biggest goals, or even the goal that you want to achieve right now. And every time you reach the goal, a goal that's on your vision board, you can then take a piece. You can take that lollipop and put a new one up there. But you get the picture. It helps you do stuff that put stuff in the way that helps you move towards your goal. Stop worrying about the outside stuff. Remove it and get rid of it, and clean your inventory so that you can start worrying about that lollipop, okay, and your goals, so that you can be more at peace with yourself. And I want to feel like I got power. And when you do choose yourself, you will feel like you have power over your life and power over how everything moves around you. You're going to feel like you're going to feel whole and complete. And that's what I want for everybody. And I hope that's what you want for yourself, okay? So commit to your happiness and commit to choosing you, okay? So that's all I had for you guys today. I hope that you got something interesting, or you learned something from this episode as usual. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on your post notifications, and follow my Instagram page at iam.enoughmsl. As usual, I love when y'all reach out to me, so continue to do so on how something I'm saying, or just update me on your life and how things are going, how you're growing and becoming that young woman or young man that you're meant to be. So I hope all goes well, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.